Welcome in, family. If this is your first time joining, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Y'all already know if you need anything from me, everything is in the description below. Join membership for exclusive merch and perks. Anything else that you may need, trueashewellness.com. All right, let's get into it. I wanted to I was setting up, and yes, I am in the car. I had a dead bee in here, and I wanted to see what that means real quick. Y'all know I'll be thinking everything is a sign. You wanna know what it's saying? What it's saying? Baby, that thing say transition, closure, the end of an old cycle. All right. Okay, and that baby legs are like this in the air. Okay, all right, let's get it. I'm going to start out with my deck. Of course, if you want to check this deck out, it will be on my website, trueashewellness.com. It is Clarity from the Cosmos. My decks will be transitioning to a different platform, so I will be leaving links for that as well very soon. All right, you guys, spirit guides, guardian angels, and ancestors, please protect me as I channel through the messages. Any negative energy coming my way or the collective's way, please return to sender. All right, let's just see what is coming out. Can we get a couple, spirit, just to give some energy around this reading right now? Hope you guys are doing well. Oh, we got 10 to your garden. Okay. I'm hearing self-care is the best love as well. Okay, and we're proud ancestors. Okay. Some of your ancestors could be very proud that you closed some kind of ongoing cycle. This could have been a behavioral pattern. This could be a thinking pattern, or a way of being in certain relationships. You could have deaded a lot of situations, or you could have just put an ending to a way of being, simply, period. Okay, and then we have listen to us. We won't guide you wrong, spirit team. All right. And then bottom of the deck, we got spirit says yes. So if you were once thinking if whatever you did was correct, whatever ending you put to an end, whatever, if you were wondering, yes, that was the correct thing to do. All right, let's get into it. Let's see what we got coming out. Let me use my tarot. I feel like using some tarot. I got me a new deck. I've been trying to get familiar with it. I love the imagery on this deck. It is mwah, chef's kiss, kiss, kiss. Okay, I love this deck. Gorgeous deck. It just gives me royalty because everybody on this thing is wearing gold. Ugh, royalty. All right, spirit, what is 10 to your garden? Can we get some energy around 10 to your garden? Somebody could be into gardening. Okay, whether that's smoking, whether that's actually having an actual garden at home, whatever it is something about tending to your garden. It's very interesting. It could be a friendly reminder for me as well. Okay, I do have a garden. I just created an herb garden. Me and my mother, mostly my mother. Okay, she created me a little herb garden on my porch. She even made a stool that goes to it. Maybe I'll link a clip of it so you guys can see what it's looking like. But anyway, yeah. Okay, we got the devil here. 10 to your garden. Yeah, you could have closed out major cycles around over giving, okay, or overextending, okay, and you've transitioned. Some of you guys could have become very overly obsessed with tending to yourself. It's like a season of always overdoing something or overcompensating, and you started to become deprived of, like, and basking in your own energy, okay? And now you could be getting to the point where you're like, shit, I don't even feel bad, okay? As a former people pleaser, I was always, I wouldn't say I was hyper fixated on tending to other people, but it was like a natural thing. It just like came kind of second nature. And now that I've been putting myself first, again, not about me, but I'm just giving you an example. Now that I've been doing that, now I don't feel as bad. At first I did. I was like, ugh, and I would think about it on end. Okay, and for some of you guys, that's where the devil was coming in at. Okay, you could have been, it could have been very hard for you to break some kind of cycle. This could have been like, again, intrusive thoughts, impulsive behavior. And when I say impulsive behavior, this could be jumping up to quickly volunteer yourself for something, sign yourself, well, that's the same thing, sign yourself up for something, or again, just inserting yourself in certain things, especially like when it comes to people around you, people who want to, I don't want to say benefit from you, but yeah, in a way. And that's why Spirit is saying this is a time for you to be tending to your garden, because you are what's important right now. And if you don't have self-love, then you can't provide any kind of love, because you have to be able to, one, pour it into yourself before you can pour it into other people. Okay? Again, I keep hearing like B.O.B. Bring your own bottle to fill your own energetic cup up. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see what else we got coming out for the devil. Yeah. You could be a Capricorn, okay? Or you could have released a Capricorn. Or again, you could have just really honestly let go of some kind of codependent behavior as well. Ooh, y'all go on now. Shit. Okay, we got the Six of Wands. Yeah. That's why your ancestors are proud. You've completed a cycle successfully, and you could be showing up in this energy of victory. And people around you are celebrating you. This could be a very celebratory time right now. Somebody could be getting married, okay? You could also have just like a lot of people praising you, or your ancestors are pushing you into a position where people are going to be able to resonate with you, be able to back you, support you. Again, it's something about the congratulating. You could have been around people who weren't, I don't want to say congratulating you, but more so like giving you your flowers. And you could be in a time period now where you're going to be around other people who are going to give you your flowers. You're not going to have to do anything. You could have been attached to vicious cycles when it came to, again, I don't know why that bottom of the barrel energy is coming through. It's like constantly wanting validation, constantly being around people who feel as though if I don't give you the praise, then you won't feel seen, you won't feel loved. If I don't, or even just like keeping you on low vibrational energy, meaning attachments, codependencies, addictions, whatever it is. It's something about you breaking free and your ancestors loving this for you, okay? And that's why we have to listen to us. We won't guide you wrong with that Page of Wands. You could be learning new ways of doing things, new ways, new routes. Not even just new ways of doing things, but new routes, okay? Taking a different route, switching it up, doing something differently. And it's very interesting because myself, and I, I'm on a self-discovery as well. And I had to really change the perception of how I was viewing things for a long period of time. And again, when I'm going back to tend to your garden and the devil, this could be like very much so intrusive thoughts, thinking that something has to be one way. What if, okay, what if they don't like what I'm producing? What if they don't like what I'm saying? What if they don't like the fact that I'm marching to the beat of my own drum? What if people don't like the fact that I'm not putting them first? It's a whole lot of what ifs, and it's like you broken free of that. And your guides are saying, I'm not gonna stir you wrong. If it's someplace that you need to be, if it's somebody that you need to cut off, if it's something that you need to stop doing or possessing or consuming, whatever, they're all about the same, but you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna show you the way. You don't have to worry about feeling like I'm not gonna give you the best information or the best advice, or I'm not gonna give you the nudges to continue to press forward. I'm gonna give you everything you need. I love that energy, man. I love that energy so much. A lot of strength is coming through right now, especially if you could have been in a cycle for a long period of time, especially with that B, closing out that cycle. It could have been like a vicious cycle too. Like you could have always been around people who wanted to tear you down in a sense, and you had to find some kind, because listen, coming out of a mental hole is extremely hard, especially when you don't have the support that you are needing. Okay, some of y'all might need therapy, or some of you guys might not want to go to therapy, or you could have like a strange resistant type of feeling when it comes to like getting help in that area. Okay, and no judgment, you know what I'm saying? And it could have took you a long time to crawl out of this hole. You see the smoke is red. This is like vitality. It took you a lot of strength and perseverance to muster up the courage to push forward, like push forward and clear through the smoke and mirrors is also what I'm hearing. Like, because again, sometimes it's the mind, it's the illusion behind what we're trying to get to. Sometimes we want to get to certain places and do certain things, but the mind is what keeps us mentally conflicted, keeps us stuck. And then it doesn't help if we're surrounded by other people who have the same lack mentality, or they don't desire to do things on a whole nother level. Okay, again, you could be a trendsetter, if you may. With the Six of Wands here, you could be being seen in the public eye, and people could see you as a trendsetter. People could see you as somebody who takes risks. You do the unthinkable. You do the unspeakable. Okay, a lot of people could be like, shit, I can't believe you said that. Shit, I can't believe you're doing that. Okay, and then it kind of takes me back to when I was saying how, I don't even know if I had finished it. You know what I'm saying? I be everywhere with my thoughts, y'all. Y'all gotta keep up. Keep up. This is also taking me back to me having to change the perspective on my journey as well, because during my journey at first, it was like, oh my God, it was like stages to unlocking this better version of myself. And although I seen from a mile away what that vision entailed, or what it was gonna take, well, honestly, I didn't even know what it was gonna take until I actually had to be in the thick of it. But in the beginning, I was thinking, okay, this wouldn't be so bad, you know, talking about the journey, it wouldn't be so bad. Then I got on the journey, and then I was like, oh shit, it's actually kind of boring, you know what I'm saying? Well, before I got to the boring phase, it was kind of like, oh shit, everybody's leaving. And that was because Spirit was like, that's because they have to go. They don't envision the same thing you're envisioning. They're not wanting the same things that you're wanting. So you have to separate yourself from the crowd. Again, that devil energy. Again, the devil really speaks of like conforming in my mind as well. And then kind of just staying there, because it's like, it's a mental thing. And then as I progressed onto the journey, after I got rid of everybody, it became boring. Because it was like, God damn, I can't be with nobody. But he was forcing me into a season where I could put the attention onto me. And that's where that tend to your garden. Okay, so I can resonate with that. So some of you guys could resonate with that as well. Now you're on this journey where now you're being kind of forced to put all that love into yourself, okay? Because if you don't love yourself, then who will? If nobody goes out their way for you, then who will? You know what I'm saying? Besides your parents, the people that you feel are obligated to do so. And even then, most parents aren't feeling as though they're obligated to do anything. I don't care about what therapy says about, oh, living to your son and da 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 da. I ain't saying that. I ain't saying I gotta do anything for him that's like, oh, it's compromising you. But no, my main job, especially falls under the umbrella of love, is I'm showing up for him. Period. Because again, he didn't ask to be here. You know what I'm saying? That was somebody that I wanted to come here. All right. And again, with this Page of Wands, I feel like a lot of you are now in a new cycle, because after you were kind of forced to love yourself or pour into yourself, now you're in this new cycle of allow yourself to be open to new things, doing new things, seeing new things, meeting new people. And I even had to get out of that old mentality as well. Like, well, I'm good alone because I am at heart a loner and I'm an introvert. I don't know what do they call it when you're an introvert and extrovert when you need to be. I know my friend told me it was something. He said something about shit, I forgot. But anyway, that's me. At heart, I'm an introvert. So I had to push myself and know that my ancestors wanted nothing but the best for me by allowing me to be in new spaces, meet new people. And I had to get myself out of that idea of, oh, I'm gonna get hurt, or oh, they want this from me, they want that. Like, no, it's like we've put you in a season, we put you through many seasons. So in this new season, you know that you're able and capable. I've been saying the same damn thing. Okay, but you're capable of doing new, accepting new, becoming new. All right. And a lot of the times we think that the transformation starts after we've done so much work, when in reality is all the work that you're doing is what's making you become this better version of yourself. Okay. And most of the time as humans, and I'm included, because before I really started to really comprehend my journey, I was in a stage of, I just want to get to the end. I don't want to think about what I got going on right now. Right now it's kind of stressing me out. It could be ups and downs. It's like, okay, this shit is stressing me out. I don't want to deal with this. And then other days it's like, okay, it's good. And then, but I'm always thinking like, okay, what about when I get to the end? And it's like, no, you have to learn to love the journey along the way, whether it's good, bad, or whatever. Like, this has been such a challenging season for me in a whole, but it's also been such a rewarding journey. And I honestly feel like I wouldn't have been able to appreciate it with the people around me. And my ancestors are so crazy. Yeah, they said them vultures. Okay, if I didn't have those people around me to kind of not even distract me, but just keep me in a mindset of, no, you're not good enough. And I'm gonna be honest with you, when you've gone such a long time, especially like growing up, thinking that you are one way when in reality you're not. When you are around people who make you believe that your whole life, whether it was intentional or not, either way, those projections for a long period of time, and we could be talking like decades, that really destroys your mental. And so again, that's where that rebuilding has to come into play. And I'm learning that I can't allow everybody to penetrate my energy, yes, but also infiltrate my energetic field. And I know it comes off kind of rude, and it seems like, oh, you don't care about nobody but yourself. But if you would have known how long I was an actual people pleaser, and if you haven't been in that energy, and a lot of us aren't in that energy because we want to, that's just something that was like bestowed upon us. Like, again, things that was like kind of projected on us for a long period of time since we were young. And it takes you a long time, especially if you're somebody who don't have the external help, meaning like therapy, counseling, or anybody solid that you feel like you can talk to. It is a struggle getting out of that mental hole yourself. Okay, and a lot of rebuilding comes in that stage. It's a lot of unlearning and relearning the nervous system. Well, unlearning and relearning, and then recalibrating your nervous system. Okay, because you're now trying to get your nervous system wrapped around the idea that we are somebody different, somebody of a higher vibration. And sometimes, again, the mind can be a dangerous thing. I'm gonna be honest, especially if you're not as self-aware. And before I wasn't able to regulate what I was feeling. I wasn't able to articulate how I was feeling. I could feel it, but I didn't know how to say it. I didn't know how to make it come out. And the only way it came out was practicing, or again, just trying to continue to speak, or write my thoughts down, or act on certain things, or whatever that may be. So again, that B was significant. That B was significant. Oh wow, 8 of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. This is talking about that journey. And a lot of you have become so wise now that you are now, this is like cycles. This is like mini moons of walking a path least traveled, yes, but one that's like private. You see, you can't even see his face or anything. This is like privacy. This is intimate. This is I'm by myself. This is I'm covered. I'm shielded. I'm on a quest to figure out what's next. I'm on a quest to figure out where I need to be going, what I need to be doing. And remember, your ancestors would never guide you wrong, honey. And this is kind of also like learning as you go, because life is not about doing anything perfectly. It's not about getting something right the first time. That's not how you learn. You hear that confirmation? Success comes in trying and trying and trying. So you have to learn how to adapt and be willing to start over time and time and time again. And again, that's where your ancestors was coming in. Don't be afraid to pivot. Don't be afraid to start over. If I'm giving you signs and synchronicities, if I'm giving you messages through songs, if I'm allowing you to just quote unquote appear on somebody's message that's speaking and they're speaking to your soul, that wasn't a coincidence. That was alignment. I don't think you understand. That was alignment. That was where you needed to be. That was where you needed to go. You needed to hear that message. You needed to see that thing, whatever it was. And Spirit is saying, do not ever think that I'm leading you wrong. If I told you to get the hell away from somebody, whether it was a dream, through a dream, a song, or a nudge, or a vibe, or whatever it was, I gave you that nudge. Don't ignore it, because I'm only doing things for your highest good. Wow. A lot of y'all could have cut off a lot of people, okay? Especially like family members or people you felt was like kin in them. I see a lot of like blockages and delays, and this is like your ancestors doing this. And it's because you've been working on yourself. It's something about being slow and steady, okay? Slow and steady wins the race, but it's also something here about you being loyal and dedicated to your path, or dedicated to preserving some kind of energy for you, whether you knew it or not at the time. Confirmation once again. Maybe you didn't know. Like again, when I said you could have viewed yourself in a certain light, or you knew something was not the end for you, or you were like, look, I know it's got to be more to what I got going on. And Spirit is saying you always held a coin out for yourself, or you always held a piece of energy out for yourself, but you were so hell-bent and hyper-focused on giving it to others, and you needed to give it to yourself. And now you're in that season where you're able to give it to yourself. A lot of you have been very, very, very dedicated to your path. And a lot of you could feel, again, very lonely. Like, oh, when am I going to find? But see, the thing is, all of this happened because somebody had to come out of a cycle of falling for illusions, whether they were family members, friends. It was like knowing when people were just full of shit. Okay, when situations weren't adding up, the math was not mathing. It was like, you need to get the hell out of Dodge, okay? And you could have been still, again, with the Queen of Cups, you could be a Pisces, but still with the Queen of Cups, you could have been still just nurturing, very nurturing energy, and able and willing to give to certain situations, because again, you are somebody who you always felt like, again, it's taking me back to people pleasing energy. You just felt like you were obligated to give to these situations when in general. You felt like you were obligated in general to give to these situations, when in reality, Spirit is saying, no, you have free will, and you need to pull your damn energy back. Why? Because these people are siphoning your energy. Can I ever make it up with the Hierophant? Yeah, this was your lesson. This was also your teacher and how to navigate. People could feel like you're half human and half horse. Let me see something real quick. I love teaching myself. I'm sorry. Hold on. Yes. Yes. People definitely feel like you are half man, half horse. Whether you're a woman or a man, it's just an analogy. But this is like the duality between intellect and primal instincts. Oh, yeah. Reason and passion. And that's why I said you had to learn through illusion. Okay? You had to be able to sniff out bullshit. Is this the real thing? Did they want me for me? Did they want me for what I could provide? And that's why when in the beginning when I was saying people could feel like you are very cold or like you feel like it's all about you, when in reality you could embody this energy of like very unruly, wild, driven, if you may. People can't, again, penetrate your energy. And they can't. Because people feel as though you show up, again, with this Hierophant as a mentor. And with this Queen of Cups, wisdom, nurturing energy. Hold on, do I have the... Yeah, a lot of people could have felt like, wow, hold up. Whoa, these cards is... Oh, my goodness. I was just about to say, the only card I don't have out here to be able to, like, say, like, I was about to say the only thing that was showing up for you to not, like, for you to have the, like you hold wisdom type of card would be like the Queen of Pentacles. She's very wise. That's a very wise woman. But instead, I was about to say the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles came out. This is giving me heavy on people view you as a teacher, a guide, a mentor, if you may. You are somebody who has profound wisdom. You are somebody who has a story. You're able to put yourself, not even more so in people's shoes, but you're relatable. And people feel like you're very healing. And you're somebody who, you're very fair and just. And people feel like it's a lot of hidden wisdom like that. Now, all I feel like I need now is the damn High Priestess. But people feel like you have a lot of hidden wisdom and you don't mind sharing it because you've been there, done that. And it's kind of, again, taking me back to that mentorship. You're willing to give and speak energy into other people. Yeah, Three of Swords. This could be talking about past hurts, past betrayals, past self-inflicting pains as well, or self-inflicting traumas as well. Again, with the Temperance here, you are very protected, and you are very sought after, and people hold you in such a high regard and a high light. I feel like a lot of people put you on a pedestal that you don't even see yourself on, but people put you on a pedestal. And a lot of people that you had to leave out in the cold, they know why. And these can even be people that want you to be in this energy of accepting some kind of energy, and you've gotten out of it. And the thing is with this Page of Pentacles in reverse is because you realize a lot of people, again, when I said, are you around for gain? Like, it's giving one-sided relationships and you've cut these off. This could have been, again, You always supporting people, but nobody goes out their way to support you. Not even a simple repost, like, share, whatever it is. Nobody's doing that for you, and you've done everything under the sun to show people that you rock with them, and they don't do the same. And Spirit is saying, now this is the part where you pull your energy back, because guess what? Now it's all about you, and these people are going to want to come back and get some kind of enlightenment from you. Hell, they could even want to work with you. They could want your insight on something, your input on something, whatever. And Spirit is saying, you already know, we already got you away from these people. Okay? Again, you are being seen in the Six of Wands era. Again, very celebratory. I'm also hearing back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot, they all on me. Cut the deck, we got the Five of Wands in reverse. Again, a lot of reconciliation in this motherfucker. The Empress in reverse. This could be a lot of feminine energies as well, or one in specific. This could be a mother figure or a motherly figure or older figure. It's somebody who is very needy, codependent on your energy. Child, you made up your mind, honey, to be dedicated to you, to be dedicated to your path, and I love that for you. All right, you guys, I'm gonna leave this here. I hope this message resonates. If any of these messages resonated, please don't forget to like the video. That's a free, energetic way to show that you are supporting the channel, and it is greatly appreciated. I love you guys. Until next time, bye, baby.